couple weeks ago, I sent out this guide on how to talk about climate in 2026. And what I told you was it was a tool for having conversations with other people about climate. And so that when it comes up at the grocery store, it comes up at a meeting or with your colleagues, it gives you the tools to better listen and hear what they're saying. Now, there is a second use of this tool that honestly I get a lot more mileage out of, which is that you can use this tool to understand how you think about climate, how your logic, how your scientific data points, how you just at the end of it, how do you think about these things? And so that's what I want to talk about today is how do you use this map to really probe your own thinking and see, well, where are the weak spots? Where are the spots that are strong? Where are the things that make sense? Where are the things that, in the middle of the night you kind of find yourself thinking about? Where are the days that when you talk to this person, you end up thinking about, number three, or you something happens in your life and you start thinking about number two or number one. Um, here's so just you could just take this and reread it and think about how clear are you about each of these things, that it's changing, that it's caused by humans, that the impact is going to be massive, civilization scale. Can we do anything about it? This is a good example. Can we do anything about it? Turns into here's a question that's not in the guide, but kind of illustrates how to think about these things. If you found out that we were going to hit like crazy tipping points such that the planet just completely spirals out of control from a climate perspective, and it was going to happen in 6 months. What would you think about that? Like, if you just consider that question. What if it was going to happen in 6 months? Effectively, it's saying like, what if the timeline changes? Consider that if you say, well, then we're totally screwed and I give up, consider that maybe you have some more thinking to do on number four. Instead, if you say, well, then I would need to get a ticket to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. I need to fly down there. I need to schedule meetings with everybody in Congress and tell them this is happening. Or other actions like that, right? Like, then and something to look at of really probing your own thinking and how is it? I'm very clear that if somebody told me, hey, actually, the tipping points are happening and it's going to be happening in 6 months, I wouldn't be sending this newsletter likely. I would be going and figuring out how to get on CNN or figuring out how to talk to Congress people and have them authorize immediate spending, things like that. It would give me a different set of actions to do. So if you can break down each of these questions and kind of really sit with how are you about each of these? What are the data points that you cite? What are the pieces? And maybe you find out, gosh, like actually, I'm not totally sure about this. Cool. This is again, it's a conversation with yourself. So there's nobody going to be judging you besides yourself, and you can work things out that way. I'd love to hear when you do have that conversation with yourself, how it goes, what you discover, what you learn. You're like, oh my gosh, there's a total soft spot in how I think about these things. And I just kept thinking about it. And actually now I've read about it and actually did some research and here's what I came to as a conclusion. So with that, take the guide and use it to go have a conversation with yourself. Or if you have a really, really close friend that you can have that kind of conversation with, then use that to really probe your own thinking and see where you're at. Good with that, go use the guide and look forward to hearing how you use it.